Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. I'm a little sick. If you guys are new here, welcome. Subscribe if you want to join this family as we talk about my life and how I kind of like evolved, I guess. I'm only 25, so like but we'll just go day to day. Basically, I'm just telling you guys all about my history so far. And yeah, so we're up to the part where I'm pregnant, bro. And I changed OBs, and I got diagnosed with gestational diabetes. Well, I really wasn't diagnosed. I mean, I guess whatever. They just said to us to watch out for what I'm eating or whatever. And yeah, so let's just get into it. So I'm pregnant. My family life is, awful. And I mean, it was awful before we were pregnant, and it was awful while I was pregnant. I mean, I'm a type of person that will get mad and then get over it. Like, I'm just like, oh, like, you're annoying, you're an asshole. And then the next day, hey, me, like that. Like, that's how I am. Like, I don't feel like dwelling on it. Like, I'm telling you expressing my emotions at that moment, and then I can move on from it. My husband is a different type of person. He cannot just go and like express his feelings and then get over it. He holds like grudges or whatever, or he needs time or whatever, like he said or whatever. But sorry. Yeah, so little things, like I was traveling all the way to the Bronx every freaking day. I'm pregnant, I'm driving in traffic, things like that or whatever, and I'm just having like a really, really rough time. And it's kind of annoying. It was kind of like irritating and awful. And I'm pregnant, so I'm emotional and shit. And we would just get into huge fights. Like, I remember when you're pregnant, right? And you kind of wake up like starving, like, and have like these cravings or whatever. Like, I got that. And I remember before we were pregnant, there was this YouTube channel with these I think it's like the Lad team or Lad something, I forget. I'm sorry, don't quote me. But it's this couple, this married couple. They're from England, I think, or somewhere European, whatever. And I feel like they're from England or whatever. And they had a kid. They have two boys, and she was pregnant, and she woke him up. She woke up her husband. She's like, babe, like, I'm craving something really bad. I'm craving something so much. And he's like, oh God, what is it? And she's like, I want some olives. Can you go get me some olives, right? And he was like, okay. And he has the whole thing where he's like searching. He went to like a corner store. He went like all these places. And then he was like, man, I can't go home without olives. Like, she's going to be really disappointed. Like, I need to go find some olives for her. And it's like in the middle of the night, and he's like, it's the middle of the night. No one's going to have it. He even tried to go to the gas station to try to get some olives, but they didn't have. And then he saw, like, I think it was Domino's or whatever, or a pizza shop. And he saw the pizza shop, and he's like, oh, I'm so stupid. Like, he's like, I just got an idea. Let me buy a pizza with extra olives. And he went and he got pizza with extra olives, and he got an extra box, and he picked up all the olives off the pizza, and he put it in the box, and he's like, here you go. And she started laughing. She's like, oh my God, that's so funny. And then he was eating the pizza and she was eating the olives. He was like, oh, is this satisfying? She's like, it's warm, but it's so good. Thank you. And, me and my husband watched that, and he's like, I asked him before I was pregnant. I asked him, I was like, oh, are you going to do that when I'm pregnant? He's like, yeah, of course, babes, whatever. So anyway, one night, I woke up in the middle of the night, and it's been a couple times that I've woken up in the middle of the night. But this time the craving was so bad. I forgot what I craved. I forgot what I wanted. But it was so strong. Like, I couldn't go back to sleep. I kept tossing and turning. I kept going in the fridge to eat something to see if that would help. Maybe I was a little hungry, but I was like, nothing helped. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but once you're like pregnant and like you crave something, you cannot like not have it. Like, you need that food. I forgot what it was. We live in an area where we have a 24-hour supermarket. We have corner stores. It wouldn't have been like how he had, right? And how it was like for him, where you had to search and kind of come up with a plan or whatever. Like, we had a 24-hour supermarket, like a couple blocks away from our house. So I'm just like, he can probably just get it there. It's not going to be that difficult. It's not going to be hard for him to achieve that or get it. So I woke him up and I said, babe, don't get mad. And he's like, what? What's going on? And I'm like, I'm craving this. Do you mind like getting it for me? And he turned to me, looked me in the eye and said no. And went back to bed. And I'm like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, no, just eat something else and go to sleep. And I'm like, but I tried. I'm like really craving this right now. And he was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not getting it for you. You go drink some water and go to bed. And I was so hurt. I mean, like, so hurt. I was like, I can't believe you said that to me. I can't believe you did that. I'm carrying your kid. I'm craving something. Like, I wanted it. And he just blatantly said no. Like, no. And he went back to bed. It's not like he was just like, oh, come on, all right, fine. Like, like that. And like anything I ask my husband, it's like a fight. Like, it's like, oh, come on, no, I don't want to do it. No, come on, please, I really want it. No, no, no. And then he's like, oh, God, fine, whatever. If it like shuts you up or whatever, like that. He's like that. And he just went back to bed. He was just like, absolutely not. And just like went back to bed. And right then and there, I knew that my pregnancy was an awful experience. Like, before that, like, yes, I'd had awful experiences, like, things like that, but right then and there, I knew it. And I was like 6 months pregnant, 7 months pregnant, something like that. And I just knew it. I was just like, this is going to be the worst experience of my life. And it ended up being the worst experience of my life. Like, I hated my pregnancy. And that's why I say he ruined my pregnancy. Because it was like little things like that. That was something that was really, really big that I will never let him forget that. Never let him live that down. Because I didn't want to ask him. And that was the reason. Like, I've had cravings like that before. And I was just like, oh, it's not worth it. Like, I'm not going to ask him because I'm not really that, like, I'm craving it, but I'm just like, okay, this is kind of satisfying me. Let me just go to bed and shut up, And I never thought I would have to do that as someone's wife that's carrying their kid, I never thought I would have to do that. And the fact that I really did, like, the fact that I had to suppress those things and figure out, oh, is this craving big enough to even mention it to him? And even when I thought the craving was so big to mention it to him, he still denied it. That is why my pregnancy was ruined by him. And he always, like, I tell it to him all the time, like, you ruined this pregnancy. Like, next pregnancy I go in, like, I'm not going to even rely on you for anything, like, for shit. Like, I'm like not gonna do that. I'm not gonna have that expectations like I had, because I had expectations, honestly, and it's not like expectations that I didn't like I just picked out of the wind. Like we literally watched that video together before I was pregnant, and he said it to me, like, yeah, I would do that for you. Like, of course, like, you got cravings, and when it actually came down, when shit actually happened, he was not there. And that's not the only thing, but that's it for this video. I hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell button down below, and we will chat like always. Peace.